So welcome to Men on Empire. This is our recap of the latest episode, which is called Poor Yorick. What is that? What does that mean, man?
Alas, poor Yorick. You know what that's from, Tony?
I have no idea, man.
That's from the famous play by Shakespeare, Hamlet.
Oh, okay.
Remember when he looks at the skull and he says, "Alas, poor Yorick"?
No,
I can't remember the rest of the line.
You're way more cultured than I'll ever be, man. So,
man, I just remember that. Yeah, I've seen it.
That's Troy Johnson in Washington, D.C. Mark Clark tonight with us today. I'm Tony Scott in Dallas. And this episode kind of starts out with the FBI raiding Empire, raiding the Lyon dynasty, raiding the Lucius Lyon mansion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Thirsty Rollins has to wake Lucius up, who's in bed with a little honey.
Yeah.
And tell him, yo, man, it's going down, man. Get up.
Thirsty had his own thing going on that morning.
The twins. He had the twins in the guest room.
He's like, man, I needed that. Thanks. Like, what is going on up in here?
What the hell? What kind of debauchery is going on there, man?
And why am I not there?
Yeah.
How can I be damned?
So when the FBI raids Lucius' mansion, of course, the prosecuting attorney, Roxanne Ford, shows up, and Lucius greets her, and he's butt-ass naked, and he says, "Hey, look anywhere you want."
Morning glory. She was, you know, I checked the scene out. She wasn't even checking for him. She was like, "Yeah, whatever." Her eyes, Tony, go back and watch it. Her eyes didn't move.
I thought she looked down. She didn't look down?
Just focus, man.
Okay. All right.
I'm about to serve you with this thing.
Well, Lucius gets the family together, all family, Cookie, Hakim, everybody's together, and he gives them the pep talk. He's got them in the boardroom. He's got the board members there. He's got Mimi there, and he gave them the pep talk and said, "This is when we show them we're lions."
Right.
So,
hey, let's have another family gathering. Whenever something goes down, Tony, I hate to say it. I'm gonna say it now. Just, you know, read into it if you wish. The show is getting a little predictable. However, this was one of the better, you know, I liked this episode a lot.
Okay.
It moved quickly, but it covered a lot of ground, but it was still very entertaining for obviously a lot of reasons. But when something happens, they always try to get together as a family, but they have all of this unresolved nonsense going on at the same time. Like, how are we going to be a family?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It is a little predictable, but Hakim asked Lucius, "Did you kill Bunky?" And Lucius says, "I promise you, I did not kill Bunky."
I never laid a finger on that man.
Nope, laid a gun on his ass, but I never laid a finger on him.
Man, I laid a few hollow points on him.
Yeah,
but I didn't lay a finger on him.
Yep, yep. So Lucius says finding Vernon Turner will make all this go away.
Vernon is the key.
Vernon's the key. But you did kill Bunky, though. And they're still looking at you for that.
Yes. Well, you know, we see Andre and Cookie in that scene because Cookie knows that he killed Bunky, and Andre knows that he killed Vernon.
Now, did he kill Vernon or did Rhonda kill Vernon?
Oh, Rhonda killed Vernon.
Rhonda killed Vernon,
but
right.
He told her to keep it a secret.
Yeah.
So, you know, he knows what's going on there.
Yeah. So Cookie meets with Lucius, and she wants a truce. And she wants him to quit poaching her artists, to let them back on the radio, on Apex satellite radio. You know, she wants all this stuff. And
what do I get out of it, Cookie Monster?
I don't know, man. It was, you know, they go back and forth, and she says that they discover that, you know, Cookie tells Lucius, you know, about the masters that Anika says that Lucius wanted to steal, and Lucius says, "I never wanted to steal your masters." You know, and then, you know, Cookie says Anika's a liar, and basically they go back and forth, and Lucius finally shuts her down and says, "Then why are you doing business with her?"
Yeah.
You know.
You know why? Because I look for every angle I can. Get back at you.
Yeah. And then that scene ends with Cookie bragging about what grandma has an ass like this. But she patted something. I didn't see an ass anywhere. Did you see an ass? I didn't see an ass.
I heard a firm spank though. I mean, I don't think. Obviously, it didn't have the girth you were looking for.
No, it didn't.
But it had the tie bow that I was looking for. That's a firm behind.
That's a firm buttock.
I mean, you could bounce a quarter off that thing, man.
Man, you know that outfit what she was wearing was pretty tight too. I must say, She was looking good. She was looking good. I could do without the bang, the wig with the bangs. That doesn't do nothing for me at all. I was hoping she wore that thing the whole episode.
Yes, she did.
God, don't do that no more.
She need more outfit changes, Tony?
She needs more wig changes.
Oh, that wig was horrible.
That wig was just horrible, man. And then she had nerve to crack. Well, we'll get into that a little later on. But
we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yes. Lucius and Dre meet. Lucius and his son Andre, they meet. And, of course, Lucius has the flashback with Child Protection Services, Kelly Rowland. Was that the first time Kelly actually spoke? I know she sang a lullaby, but I don't remember her actually speaking before. But she had a speaking role in the flashback.
That scene looked interesting because she looked like a kid.
Yeah, very youthful in the face. Yes.
Very youthful. Then she started talking. I'm like, okay, she's the mom, because it almost looked like, okay, are they talking to? Like, is this woman the mom? Oh no, that's the count.
Yeah, it was Child Services. Yeah. So, Lucius tells Dre, if you make this mess go away, you can have anything you want, including coming back to Empire.
Ah, man.
He just dangles that over his head, doesn't he?
Predictability again.
Yeah.
How many times has Lucius said that?
Yeah.
If you bring me a cheeseburger, you can have anything you want. If you take this library book back for me, it's been due for 2 years, you can have anything you want.
So we're at the video shoot.
Tell me the secret recipe to KFC. You can have anything you want.
So we're at the video shoot, and
you can have anything you want.
You got one more, man?
That's all I got.
Okay, all right, cool. At the video shoot, Cookie calls Mimi Katie Lang. That was
that was messed up, man.
I was like, man, that is just wrong. I wonder how many times they have to shoot when Cookie has a line like that, because she just comes out of character. Because it was fun. It just comes out of nowhere. A Katie Lang reference in Empire.
That's messed up.
That is something else.
That meeting was kind of interesting too, because when Lucius was trying to get the troops fired up, and she said, Mimi said, well, we're gonna do. This is how players play to win. It's like. He sounded like Jane Hathaway from
Chief,
the Hillbilly.
This is how
players win.
So Dre tells Rhonda that God's been speaking to him, and Rhonda has this look like, I can't help you. I have no idea what that means. I have no clue at all what you're going through right there. And it dawned on me. I mean, yes, Dre has bipolar, but more than the bipolar, he's being tormented because of the death of Vernon. Mm-hmm. It's really tearing at him, which it should.
Yeah, but Tony, is he sane, or is he about to unravel? From her standpoint, she was like, "Oh no, this is not what I need to hear." They talking to you. He's talking to you.
Yeah.
And like he gave her the hug, like, thanks for supporting me, and she's like, I'm not really supporting you on this.
but she does come through when needed.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, she did. So Cookie's outside the video shoot, and she's on the phone, and the police pull up. She gets arrested for failing to appear in court for some other thing. And as they're putting her in the car, she says, if something happens to me, I did not commit suicide. Ripped from today's headlines, man.
Is it too early for a standard?
I was going to ask you, is it too soon? I think it is.
Yes, it's too soon.
I think it is.
That's not cool, man. It's right on the edge. Like, I don't think we got to the point where we can joke about Sandra Bland just yet.
Not yet.
Nice try, but it's a tender.
It's still raw, man. We're still raw with that.
Yeah.
Cookie actually, when she's locked up, she flashes back to her 17 years in prison, and it wasn't a pleasant thing. And the prosecutor actually comes to see Cookie, and Ford, Roxanne Ford is her name. She threatens Cookie that she'll come after Cookie's sons if she don't give Cookie what she wants. And that kind of leaves. That's when Cookie criticized Roxanne Ford's hair.
Yeah.
Her wig.
She said, "You can talk about my hair, but you got to pause on this one. I got you."
Like, so she criticized her weave, and Roxanne Ford criticized Cookie's wig. On that one, I have to score a win for Roxanne Ford because that wig was atrocious, man. Just, I don't know. I don't get that at all, man.
Cookie said, "You don't like my wig, Tony? You don't like my new banger?"
No, I don't. So Lucius tells Hakim to come back to Empire. I'll let your music on my satellite radio station. I'll even let you manage Valentina. And as tempting as it is, you know, Hakim, I guess, sees the big picture here. He can't trust Lucius.
Yeah, why are you trying to play me, Dad?
Yeah.
Have you ever said that to your parents? Why are you trying to play me, Mom? Like, what's going on here?
Man.
Lucius doesn't give a damn.
Man.
Everybody is up for grabs. Man. I will come at you. Hey, I want you to hear this new beat I made you.
Man.
You know, you can have it, but you got to come back to Empire.
I don't know why that reminds me of when I was a little boy. My mom, she like hit me you know, my father never hit us. He didn't believe in spanking. So when she spanked us, he was always at work because she couldn't hit us when he was at home. And she hit me one time. I said, "I'm going to tell Dad." And she was like, "Tell him." The hell do I care? Tell him.
You get the phone number?
Yeah, let's call him now. Motherfucker. So Cookie's in tears. And she sends for Roxanne Ford, the prosecutor.
Yeah.
You know? So we flash back to the video shoot. And this painting or whatever it is of Jamal that the guy from Rolling Stone did for him, it actually looked really good. But Hakim is hating, man. Why is he hating, man? Because
he went ham because you know, and Jamal has done the same thing in certain instances. They're so
yeah, but he's more subtle.
Yeah, he's a little bit more subtle.
Yeah.
He just, you know, Hakim went ham. But it's the same kind of reaction, like, I'm not getting the attention that I want.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Lucius walks in, he's like, this is an amazing work of art, you know. And it was pretty cool.
It was nice, yeah.
So the guy is supposed to be the next Andy Warhol. So he took a photograph and then paints over the picture.
You know, he photoshopped. Nobody paints anymore. Nobody paints over a picture. It's Photoshop. Come on.
You think so? I mean, it was hot. Whatever it did.
Yeah, it was hot. It was hot. And of course, Hakim takes a knife and stabs the picture. Ooh, that was tough. But then Lucius tells Hakim, you know, he says, "You know why I made Jamal head of the company? It's because he can do the work without his mama." Have several seats, Hakim. Daddy just shuts you down, mama's boy.
That's right. And he didn't come out with that two-piece either. You know, I thought it was going to escalate, and they were going to do a physical altercation, but they chilled. Yeah,
they did chill. And after to be more correct in the order, the sequence and stuff, that's when Hakim stabbed the picture. Yeah. Was after Lucius told him that about being a mama's boy. So they go back to the video.
And Lucius liked that, by the way, when he stabbed the photograph.
Yeah, he did like that.
A little fire in him.
Yeah, a little fire in him. They go back to the video shoot, and Hakim and Jamal get into a fight.
Yeah. And by the way, was this a video for California Love Part 2?
It did remind me of that. Yeah.
Didn't we see this before? 20 years ago?
20 years ago. Man. And Hakim was getting ready to bash him in with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
And just in time, he realized what he was doing, and he said he was leaving and not coming back. He's going to mama.
Going to mama's crib.
Going to mama's crib, man. So Cookie, when the prosecuting attorney Roxanne Ford comes to see Cookie cooks up this lie. It was like, you talk about a raw potato. That was like... Man. It was. I mean, apparent to us, it was a lie.
So, but not only did she lie to try to get out of her situation, which really wasn't even that deep, because the charge was jumping a turnstile on the subway, and they had a picture of
her dumb assistant.
Yeah, well, I'm surprised you could get all that ass over the over the turnstile. That was impressive.
That was impressive. That was worth her letting her jump the turnstile, man.
Exactly.
Yes.
So Cookie went from 0 to 60 on this one.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously it's not you in the photograph. She cooks up a massive lie, not only to get out of jail,
yeah,
but then she sets up Lucius.
Yeah.
Because she's trying to make a play to get more radio airplay.
Right. See, that's overthinking something to me. You're thinking too much here, Cookie. One step at a time.
Doing too much, girl.
Let's get out of jail first.
Let's get out of jail and get a new hairstyle.
Get a new wig.
Yeah.
And then regroup.
Exactly.
And then then address the Lucius thing. But you got to get out of jail first. But the attorney Ford, she says, now was that so hard? No, it wasn't. And I'm sorry about the comment about your wig. But you see, the prosecuting attorney, she didn't apologize for her comment about comment about her weave, but Ford didn't apologize for commenting about her wig because that was the truth.
Thank you, Cookie. Yes, you're right, Tony. Oh boy.
So Dre decides he's going to go dig up Vernon. Got to move the body because they're closing in. And so Rhonda says, I'm a ride or die, so I'm going with you. And so they go, and they're digging for Vernon. And Rhonda says, well, how you know it's here? And Dre says, because it's by the tree with the hole in it. And she looks around, and it's like, well, all the trees have holes in them. Dre? Dude, you're doing it wrong, man.
Tony, I don't know about you, but I thought they were busted. Maybe I missed the section because, I was like, wait a minute, every tree has a knot hole.
Mm-hmm.
And I just assumed there were cameras in all of them and they were caught.
Oh, really?
There.
Well,
yeah,
it might as well have been because, we know who pulled up a second later. But you know what? I've dug a lot of holes in my life. It's not important why I dug the holes. I dug them for different reasons. But I've never been able to dig the perfect hole to put a body in that's a perfect rectangle.
Tony, how much digging have you done? Like how deep did you go?
Well, I mean, I didn't go that deep. But I mean, a pregnant woman and a dude who spent his entire career working in an office, and they dug the perfect rectangle.
Yeah.
That was impressive. That was
How long would it take to dig a hole like that, Tony?
Oh, 2 hours. For two people? Quite a while. Yeah. Quite a while.
Couple hours?
Oh, at least. It depends on how hard the dirt is, and is there rock under there? What kind of shovel you got? Windage and elevation and all that.
Boy, Tony's a hole expert.
Yes.
Damn.
I'm not a hoe expert. I'm a hole expert. So.
Who knew?
Who knew? So cars pull up where Dre and Rhonda are. A car pulls up, and they jump in the hole trying to hide. Get down, get down, get down, get down. And you hear this voice, come out with your hands up. Now, I picked up the voice.
Yes.
Right. Thirsty. And it's Thirsty and Lucius. And Thirsty has this contraption that'll track bodies underground.
I've never heard of this thing.
It's some kind of canooter thing with a phragistat built in or something. I don't know
right.
what the hell that thing is. But
what is that, a smellulator on the end of it?
Huh?
A smellulator on the end?
Yes, a smellulator on the end of it. So we get back to Hakim. He's at a bar drinking. His sorrows away. And he finds his next Valentina, which is a Latina who is singing Blue Bayou from Linda Ronstadt in Spanish. And nobody was paying attention to her until it was time to hit the bridge, man. when she started singing, really getting into it, everybody was, and I think Hakim got a little wood there, man, because he was pretty excited about this.
Well, he told Cookie that I'm going to be a mogul, and I'm going to find a new singer in a week. What kind of nonsense is this? Come on, man.
Man.
I mean, Tony, we've been broadcasters for a million years. We've been around folks from the record industry. There's no overnight sensation.
No such thing.
There's a record company goes through lots of planning and research, just like any other product. That it takes Campbell's soup a year to put a product on the market.
Yeah.
Let's say.
Yeah.
The same thing with a recording artist.
Sure.
It takes quite a while to develop them and get them prepared, not let alone record some music and all that stuff. So he's going to make a mogul move and find somebody in a week.
And he did it.
And did it.
By accident. He ran into that one, man. That one he ran into.
Yeah, he ran into that one.
That one he ran into, man. So Dre, Rhonda, Thirsty, and Lucius are digging up Vernon. And they got him. Yeah. And they load him in the trunk. And Dre says, I want to say something. And he speaks over Vernon. I'm sorry. If I could change everything, I would. This would never have happened. I love you. You helped me when I was growing up. You stood in and was a mentor to me and all this kind of stuff like that. And then Lucius tells Thirsty, give me a minute here with Vernon. Oh, that was... You're a snitch.
Damn.
And then he slammed the trunk shut. Oh, man.
Now, what's your take on this, Tony? Do you think, some people believe that, even a dead body, the spirit is still there. Maybe they could hear you and all that stuff. But is there some karma there? You're like over a dead man's body.
Yeah.
That you freshly dug up. Like it's already been a bad day for him.
Yeah.
He gets clobbered over the head, buried in some forest somewhere.
Yeah.
For a year. Then he gets dug up, and you call him a snitch.
And then slam the trunk lid on him.
Trunk on him.
Man.
Wow.
That's strong, man.
That is strong.
Lucius does tell Dre that he's proud of him, and then he welcomes him back to Empire.
Yeah.
And for Dre, it's kind of sad that for Dre, and I think we've all been there, that the only thing that matters is Empire.
Yeah.
And I think if he had to choose between Empire and Rhonda, I think Rhonda would be disappointed. I think it's that, and maybe it's because of the competition between the three sons.
Yeah. Which Lucius set it up that way. That's what he likes.
Yeah.
He wants them to feud. He wants them to constantly push each other. Prove to me that you're worthy of all of this. But it's interesting. It's like two ships in the night, because for Lucius it's all about Empire, and in some ways Andre the same thing.
Yeah.
They want exactly the same thing, but there are 9 million other things in the way of them getting on the same page.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That is true. And it's so funny how there are three sons, and they are, we're all supposed to be individuals, but they're all as different as different can be. They really are. And I don't know if that's good or bad, but it makes for an interesting plot line.
It does.
On Empire. So Cookie shows up at the video shoot, but she's too late because it's over. She got out of jail that quick. That's funny how they did the video shoot. She gets arrested. She goes to jail, freaks out, summons the prosecutor, makes up a lie, and she's still out by the end of the day. Before the 24-hour cycle is up, she's back out again. That is some strong stuff right there.
Hey, Tony, it's funny you said that. We're talking about Fox. And the TV show 24, the same thing. Some amazing things can happen in just a few hours.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You could make a good point there. So Anika shows up too, and Anika ends up getting dismissed by Cookie. She gets canceled because she says, Cookie can't trust Anika. But when you think about it, nobody on this show can trust anybody.
No.
Nobody.
But
even Rhonda's unborn child can't trust anybody. That's just one of those things. It's just pure evil, man.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. But Cookie, you know, she says, I can't trust you. And I know that Lucius lied. But I'm still on his side.
Yeah.
Oh,
man.
Goodness.
You know, they see. I guess she sees the big picture. You know, so Lucius burns a photo of him, Bunky, and Vernon. I guess this is closure. You know, he knows where Bunky is. Now he knows where Vernon is. So there's closure there. So that's the end of that chapter. So this last picture, let's burn this up and move on. I guess that was his way of mourning. I guess. Lucius
is a cold brother.
He is a cold brother.
He's cold, man.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So the last scene is the one that got me, man. Is Roxanne Ford, the attorney, prosecuting attorney. She's on the phone, giving orders. You know, here's what we're going to do and all that. And she gets in her car, and sitting next to her is the rotting flesh, the rotting corpse of Vernon Turner, and she let out a scream. It was like, so is that the? So this show pays homage to so many different things. This was an homage to The Godfather, The Dead Horse in the Bed. Is that what this was?
And also to Shakespeare.
And Shakespeare.
And Yorick.
Yeah.
Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him. Horatio.
Poor Yorick.
Fellow of infinite jest. Of most excellent fancy. I don't know the words. I'm reading them from my phone.
Oh, okay. But that was. And
I told you she had another car, Tony.
Yeah, she did have another car. You were right, and she had a pretty nice crib from what it looked like too.
The crib was right. The car, you know.
Yeah, you're right. You were right. You were right. The Taurus apparently was a loner.
It's a work car. She should have had it at home that day, though.
She ain't never gonna get that smell out that ride, man.
I don't know how you're gonna get. Man. Yeah, rotting flesh out of a BMW. I don't think that's gonna work out.
That is, man, that was tough, man. And she let out a scream, man. It's like, wow, you know. So that's how the episode ended, though, man. What did I miss?
Do you take a day off if that happens to you?
Yeah, I think you got to call in that day, man. I mean, I can't imagine going. Could you go to work that day if you found a dead body in your car? I couldn't go to work. I'd have to call the boss and say, hey, man, look, let me tell you what happened, man. Because I would be freaked the hell out, man.
You might be able to get a free lunch out of that, though. Like, you know, but you're really dedicated. I'm glad you're here. Look, I think you got everything, Tony. Other than I see some themes here in the show. So Lucius, his line of the series is "Game time, bitches."
Yeah, that's his go-to line.
I hear that quite often. And you know, when he was in the meeting talking about the FBI raid, he, you know, was talking about street cred. And this may be the first time on network television we've actually heard the ghetto pass reference.
Yes.
He said, we'll get a ghetto pass. Damn. They're handing out ghetto passes, man.
Yeah. If you get raided by the police, you're a G. If you get raided by federals, you're an OG.
Yes. Who knew?
If you get raided by safety patrol at school, you're a lowercase g.
You're a little g.
You're a little g. But that's, you know, it's, yeah. This is kind of shows turned into a combination of Dallas and Glee.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. And every song
sounds not a bad thing.
Every song sounds the same.
I didn't want to say that because you know, I don't have an ear for that, but you have an ear. You definitely have an ear for that. But I did pick up on that. They all sound the same.
Yeah, they sound kind of the same. I mean, not that I don't necessarily don't like them.
Yeah.
But when they were doing the song for the video, I was like, this sounds like the beat that Lucius gave to Hakim. Even though they were different, but it was kind of like, okay, Timberland.
Yeah. And it kind of sounded like the song that Jamal was singing when he was doing the photo shoot.
Right.
When the photographer says, God, he's gorgeous.
Yeah. Yeah, his boyfriend wasn't feeling that.
No, not at all.
I couldn't. I thought it was a little, you know, it was a little much. Every time there's a guy in a scene with Jamal now, it feels like there's going to be some kind of connection.
Yeah.
You know, like the guy from Billboard was interviewing him. You know, he played the song for him. He's like, oh, that sounds great. And it just felt like right then and there he could have been like, you know, what are you doing later tonight? It just doesn't it feel like that?
Yeah, you're right. It does. It does.
One-on-one with a guy, it almost feels like Lee Daniels has planted that seed that this could go either way.
Either way. Well, you know, no relationship lasts on shows like this, so it's just a matter of time before Michael's going to. Is his name Michael, right? Michael.
Oh, the boyfriend.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. Michael's going to feel neglected, and is going to go into the arms of someone else.
Well, especially this artist, you know, that did the painting.
Oh yeah.
You know, he says, you know, your beautiful spirit, I want to be inside you.
Michael's like, oh no, he didn't.
Michael was reading his magazine. He's like, what?
Come again? I mean, what was that?
Excuse me?
Man, I see Michael going to another man because he's gonna feel neglected. I can see that happening, man. As sure as you said, Roxanne Ford had another ride. I think that's gonna happen, man.
And since we're talking about Jamal, interesting because he comes across at times very strong though. Mm-hmm. Like with that straight right that he gave Hakim when they got into that fight.
Yeah.
It was like, is he the gay thug? Is that
what it is?
Sometimes gay thug, not sure, quite, you know, not sure.
And can he give him a straight right?
I guess he would have to give him a hook.
Wow, man! I just love setting you guys up, man.
Hey, man, that's what we're here for. Or should I have said a curve? He curved him.
He curved him. Yes, a change up, if you will. So anyway, that's the episode. Poor Yorick. If you would like to comment on this, you can. You can also share it. Would be awesome. Subscribing to the channel. We're a smidgen away from 2,600 subscribers.
What?
So if you're not a subscriber, you can subscribe. It's free to subscribe on YouTube.
That's right.
Just subscribe, and all it means is you'll be notified when we put a new episode up. You know. And
not only of this show, but Men on Scandal and Men on Everything. All the shows that we do.
Yeah. Just drop your little email saying, hey, we just put up a new episode of Men on Everything, Men on Scandal, Men on Empire. So that would be awesome. And we actually do have an episode of Men on Everything that just went up yesterday. So you can check that out. I'll put it up like here or there or somewhere. You'll see it somewhere in a little box.
So it's over here.
It's over. Yeah, right there.
Right there.
Yes, right there. So there you go. So thanks so much for watching. Poor Yorick, the latest episode from Empire. So we got one more show to do this week, Men on Scandal, and we'll get that up for you too. In Washington D.C. is the one and only Troy Johnson. Mark Clark hopefully will join us tomorrow for Men on Scandal. I'm Tony Scott in Dallas, and we'll see you later.
Peace.